This is Steve Schultz, and this is a non-CK related thing, if you get my meaning. I'm trying to avoid that subject at this moment just because, it's dangerous at this immediate moment, obviously. Since Trump declared Antifa a terrorist organization. I'm not Antifa. I've never been Antifa. I've never identified with them. I've never been part of an organization that's been identified with them. But that's the thing about naming ambiguous, amorphous groups that don't actually exist, terrorist organizations. You don't have to be a member to be targeted. So I'm just avoiding it at this immediate moment. I think there's enough coverage out there. But this happened on September 10th. This is Andrew Sourcini, and he claims to be a prophet of God, and he's on the Elijah List Facebook page. Has almost 1 million subbies, I think. But let's give this a listen, see what they have to say to each other.
Andrew, how are you? How's the gold business these days?
The gold business. Oh no, don't tell me he's one of those gold salesmen, scumbags.
It's been a lot of fun. We've had a great.
I mean, one of those people who is selling or is helping people transform their retirement funds into gold. Please don't tell me that's what he does.
Start to September. We've seen silver hit the highest price that it's hit since 2011 again. And gold is hitting an all-time high almost every single day.
Yeah, and that means literally an all-time high. It's never hit that amount. And, it did once in 2011, you said, for silver. It didn't even stay up there very long, did it?
It didn't. Silver went from like $28 an ounce to $49 an ounce, and then back to the low 30s, all in 2011. So I like how silver's approached the level of $41 an ounce.
He's absolutely a scammer, right? Let me explain something about gold and transforming your Roth IRA into gold or whatever. Gold is generally considered inflation proof, but it's speculative. So with investing in the stock market or government bonds or whatever, you're guaranteed at least 6% per year, right? There are guaranteed gains with it. With gold, you can't guarantee those gains. The same amount of gold today that purchases a house today is the amount of gold that purchased a house 200 years ago. It doesn't go up at all. So if you're expecting total societal and economic collapse, then it might be wise to put some of it in gold. Some. But these people are scammers who are trying, I'm assuming that's what this guy is doing. He's trying to get everybody to transfer their entire retirement fund into gold. That is insane. Why would you do that? That is the stupidest shit I have ever heard in my entire life.
Because it seems more stable. It's happened a lot slower than last time. And really, I think the ascent to 50 is going to be equally as quick.
You think, because it's speculative. You have no clue what gold is going to do. It could drop, could cut in half tomorrow for all you know. It's not safe to invest everything in gold. Do not do that.
And I think it's going to stay.
Well, let's do this. Now, I told you I was going to call for this video one more time because different people are watching each time we talk about silver and gold because we put it on different shows. So it's all different people. A couple weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, whatever it's been, Johnny Endo had this word. I didn't know he was going to give it. He said, I got this word about silver. And when Johnny talks...
Oh my God, dude. He's literally prophesying about silver.
Like that, I listen because he hits these things. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and play that clip from this show. Here we go.
A few weeks ago that when silver hits 50, I'm going to say it again. When silver hits 50, not if, but when it hits 50, it's a marker that we are in a special jubilee.
Oh my God. I think the marker that we're in a special jubilee would be that we're in a special jubilee. You guys aware of what a jubilee is? I had to look this up for my book when I wrote it recently. Well, a couple of years ago. A jubilee cycle is a cycle of 7, basically, in the Old Testament. Every 7 days is the Sabbath. Every 7 years, debts are forgiven. Every 70 years, trumpets blow and recognize God and blah, blah, blah. There's nothing really special about it except they were kind of obsessed with numbers back in the Old Testament. That's about it. And this guy is saying when gold hits 50, then it will be a jubilee. No, it'll be a jubilee when the jubilee takes place, actually. Are you telling me that you think that gold is going to hit 50 on like, I don't know when the Jubilee is, like May 7th, 2026, you know, at 7 p.m. or whatever? Come on. It's absurd.
It's a
Whoa.
marker that breaks the back of the manipulators. It's a restraint broken. In some ways, it's almost like a Pentecost for the economy. It's a marker.
Yeah.
And so I just want to.
I love that. I believe it too, because I've watched.
I believe it too, he says. Knock me over with a feather.
By the way, guys, check out my new shop, owenmorgan.com/shop. I have a bunch of really cool designs on there.
You in that. I've watched you in those particular you don't go every day stating when this number hits this. So I've watched you and I pay attention because you don't do that every day. But when you do, it you know, even to the tune of earthquake, you know, on the Richter scale, you'll know that kind of thing. So
Yes.
amazing stuff.
And it doesn't matter.
God, it's such a joke. You know that this guy has been given the keys to a city in recent years because he prophesied that there was some salt mine or something, or that's what he says. He says that he prophesied there was a salt mine and stuff. It's absurd.
If it goes down to 28, they're going to try to manipulate it down.
Yeah.
Doing short stuff and all that.
Who's they?
But there is a whole freedom, a bigger freedom coming,
That's
whatever
so good.
anybody wants to call it.
Excellent. So, and I told people I own more silver than even gold, and my savings is more in metals than in the bank because that's where my trust is. My trust is in the Lord, but as far as earthly savings, I like having it mostly in metals. But what else did you have to share?
Again, don't do that. You can have some metals, but it's really to guarantee that if there's complete societal collapse, they won't lose literally every single thing. And if there is complete societal collapse, then gold may not be worth anything either, right?
Well, just a comment on Johnny. I mean, he is spot on, and I love that he's coming from a biblical sense and prophetic as well. Where for me, being in this business for as long as I have, I've come to the same conclusion as well. And
really,
and I've been saying it forever that if silver could break 40, it will go right to 50. And we will see pullbacks, just like Johnny said, because the markets are still manipulated to some degree. And that's just part of it. It can't go straight up all the time. So that will happen. So I'm definitely behind that. But as far as the articles,
yeah, these people have no clue what they're talking about.
There's a lot that are driving this. And the biggest thing right now, I would have to say, is that London recently announced that they're going to come out with a gold-backed token where they can trade commodities back and forth and have those trades happen being gold-backed.
Wait, when he says token, I'm wondering, does he mean like cryptocurrency? A gold-backed cryptocurrency?
And we've been talking about this for more than a couple of years. Not London specifically, but just we talked about the BRICS nations doing it because the whole world had been trading in the dollar for over 50 years. The dollar, we've all heard of the petrodollar, where oil purchases and sales are all done with the US dollar. And that actually ended in June of last year. So
yeah, actually it ended not in June of last year, but more recently, really since Trump took office. Do you know who ended that? Trump did. He destroyed faith in the US dollar over the past 6 months, and people are not really doing that anymore. Which, by the way, I'm sure I don't need to say it, is really, really bad for our economy.
So it's we're looking for something that's worth the paper that it's printed on, so to speak. And that's why we're going back to gold.
Well,
this legitimizes what we've been saying.
You mentioned, I'll just mention real quick that there's a thing going on called the de-dollarization of the dollar. You know, the countries all.
And why do you think that is exactly, guys? You got gummy bears in your ears? You're not seeing what's happening around you right now?
Around the world are doing it on purpose, getting us off the sort of the dollar standard, which is worthless paper anyway, or will one day be, put it that way.
Oh my God, dude. It's a good thing that we are not on the gold standard right now with the US dollar. It has given us the ability to be the world reserve currency, and it has strengthened our economy dramatically.
Obviously, you can buy lots with it right now. But and I feel like Trump is probably somewhat behind that, I think.
Yeah. Wow. That's super intuitive of you, Steve. Good job. Trump is behind de-dollarization.
The dollar has to kind of semi-crash. I don't know what we would say about that, but in order for for a new currency to come, now that's not, you didn't come on to share that, but
Oh my God, dude. He's saying the dollar has to crash for our new currency to take hold. He thinks that Trump is creating a new currency. The dollar doesn't have to crash. What are you smoking? Oh my God, dude. These people freak me out so much.
believe there's a gold-backed currency on our side that's going to come too. So
It's true. I believe
Yeah.
it too. And that segues into the next article. So the next article is very, very big information. So for the first time since 1996, which is almost exactly 30 years, the foreign central banks now own more gold than US treasuries. So this actually goes to our previous article a little bit in that the United States' biggest export for decades has not been any item, it's been the dollar. The dollar has been the most powerful currency in the world for so long that other countries that have excess cash in their reserves, they need to invest it in something. And the best, most safe thing for them to invest in for years are US Treasury bonds, because that's something that always, always, always pays off.
Yep, that's true.
And now, for the first time in 30 years, those foreign banks now are holding more physical gold than they are US Treasuries. And this really goes to what we've talked about, de-dollarization. This is happening. This isn't us talking about the sky is falling. You can research it now, and you're going to see a lot of so-called mainstream media outlets.
So-called mainstream media outlets. Oh my God. Yeah, the world is de-dollarizing, and it's a really bad sign. And it's in part because of the big beautiful bill that Trump passed, because it raised the national debt to such a degree that it's pretty much unpayable unless we tax the shit out of the rich. And everybody knows that we're not going to do that. So we're kind of effed in the A, if you will. And everyone is concerned that the dollar is going to collapse as a result. These people are so stupid. And they are the ones, like, creating that scenario. They're the ones producing this. They are making this take place. Just a reminder, I would really appreciate it if you guys checked out my Patreon. If you're not going to donate, you don't have to, but follow me there at the very least. owenmorgan.com/Patreon. Just in case something happens with the government or whatever. It would be really good if you had some way to connect with me and my content. I'm really concerned about that. And maybe you should consider that for other creators too.
Writing some pretty good articles about what this is and why it's happening, and actually how it's already started. So for us, the reason why we want to share this information with people is that
to scam them, of course. Yeah.
Is that now the people that buy gold and silver are no longer the town crazy folk. For years, we've been viewed that way, where it's just been like, we think the sky is falling, everything's not as good as it seems, and you need to have gold and silver because it's worth more than anything out there.
These people literally caused the crisis that we are in right now. They literally caused it. Like, these two guys encouraged Donald Trump to make decisions like the big, beautiful bill that completely destroyed the economy. And now they're saying, we were right. We were right. It's prophecy.
But now it's being proven that this is where you need to have a portion of your portfolio.
Now, and let me just say this too. All of my adult life, whenever I paid attention to it, they would say, the experts would always say, you don't put your money in gold and silver to make money. You put your money in gold and silver to preserve the wealth that you already have.
That's right. Yes.
That was the saying. That was all that was ever said. Don't do it to make money. We are in a time that exceeds that.
No, we aren't. Gold is not going to make money for you like that, because you're not loaning it to anybody. When you invest in the stock market, you're loaning money to people. By buying stocks, you're giving them money and they give you a dividend, a return. Like, what are you smoking? Do you not know how literally any of this works? Really? This is wild.
From my observation, I want to see but silver's about to go, like Johnny said, even if it went $10, that's going to make you a lot of money. If you have, that's like, I don't know what that percentage is. It's like a 25, 30% growth, even if it just went to 50 from where it is now. And that's try doing that in stock market, and then gold. I'm going to have you guys put that flyer up real quick. I do this almost every time. Jim Records he said gold will hit, is that the one? It's the one where he mentions 120. There it is. 27. He believes that gold could reach as high as 27,530. He's highly respected. That's why I like to.
Oh my God, these people are jokes, dude. Like, gold doesn't work like that. You're not loaning the money. You make money from stocks because you're loaning it. So gold will go up and down, but it's speculative. You're not making money from it that way. These people are colossal scam artists or jokes. It is so hard to tell which.
Throw this up there. He's not saying when it will happen, but he's done the numbers and he knows this is where it will go.
Not gonna say when it'll happen. Okay. Yeah, this is a paid advertisement. These people are disgusting, dude. Seriously. Absolutely vile. It's clear as day these people are scam artists, right? Anyway, tell me what you think about it in the comments. I'm not going to give them any more money or any more attention in the form of advertising.